It's Saturday 8:20 in the morning. I just left Portwood railway station. I'm now heading to Westgate Park, and today weather is a bit wet, around 18 degrees now. Wind gust very low, UV level very low. Good morning everyone, I'm Clem from Clem Travel. Welcome to my channel. I'm currently at Westgate Park, the northeastern point of Hobson Bay Trail. So today I'm going to introduce you Hobson Bay Trail, the most beautiful trail that I raided in Western Suburbs. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this park, Westgate Park, at the northern point of Hobson Bay Trail. So Westgate Park was originally built in memory of those that lost their life during the construction of Westgate Bridge. So Westgate Bridge is the tallest bridge in Victoria, crossing the mouth of Yarra River. The height of the bridge above the water level is around 58 meters. So during the year of 1970, span between the piers of 10 and 11 collapsed and killed 35 construction workers which rest under the bridge. Okay, let's start riding on Hobson Bay Trail now. So this is Hobson Bay, turning left to Hobson Bay, turning right, connect to Westgate Trail. So apart from introduce you Hobson Bay Trail, I'm also going to do a little bit of additional knowledge to show you a little bit of fun facts and history about the local area that I rode past. So first thing, let me talk about Hobson Bay Trail. Hobson Bay Trail is a 22 kilometers length trail. The northeast end at Westgate Park, and the southwestern end is the intersection of Skeleton Creek in Altona Meadow. So why is this trail was named Hobson Bay Trail? Because it was named after Hobson Bay. So Hobson Bay was named after Captain William Hobson, who was the first Premier of New Zealand, the person who has surveyed the area of Hobson Bay. So this is Yarra River before it enters to Port Phillip Bay. So currently I'm in the suburb of Spotwood, which is the north end located. Regarding the suburb of Spotwood, it was named after John Stuart Spottywood. He was recognized as the first farmer in the area of Spotwood. He also the father-in-law of first Premier of New Zealand, Richard Seddon. So now I'm going to cross all these tubes, pipes. I believe it's petroleum or oil pipe. So people are fishing in the early morning next to Yarra River. So now I'm heading south. So now we are currently entering the suburb of Newport. Regarding the suburb of Newport, it was originally known as Greenwich, and then they renamed the area of Greenwich into Newport due to a new seaport has been established in the area on Saltwater River, which was the old name of today Maribyrnong River. So the reason I read this trail is one of the most beautiful trail in Western Suburbs, because it technically runs through the bayside of Hobson Bay. So you will go through places like historical land in Port Gallibern, some nature park like Cheetham Wetlands, Altona Coastal Park, and also few major beach like Williamstown Beach and Altona Beach. So at the front is the mouth of Yarra River entering Port Phillip Bay. So on my left hand side is the memorial plate of HMAS Yarra 2. So I'm going to show you a little bit, tell you a little bit of history. So this HMAS Yarra 2, also known as U-77, is a Royal Navy Australia vessel that fought during World War II. So it was commissioned in the year of 1936. Apparently this ship was attacked by Japanese ship during 1942 and was sunk while protecting the ship withdrawing to Australian water. So this is a memorial place to honor this and the sailors and navy who killed in the battle. Okay, let's continue. So this is Greenwich Reserve, named after the old name of Newport. So this is Sandy Point Natural Reserve. So from this moment, you can start to feel the beautifulness of the trail along the coast. So basically, I'm riding my road bike today, my Polygon Stratos S2, and I'm wearing almost full cycling gear with my cycling jersey with skin in the bottom. My jersey is my custom-made jersey, and I'm wearing my Rock Bros sunglasses, my Casterly short beat, and of course my Giro Aglis Nips helmet. So you can tell this trail actually quite a lot of pedestrian, which is common sense because it goes past a lot of residential area. Secondly, it's a beautiful trail, so everyone come off to enjoy the morning walk. So from this point, you can see a little bit of historical stuff, just like the ship anchor at the front, loop, or the boat's yacht. So you see another historical structure, the battery of the fort used to protect the coast of Australia. So this is another memorial on my right hand side, which basically in honor of Australian soldiers who fought in wars. So this is one of the shopping streets in Williamstown. So there's a lot of good cafes in the area. You can have coffees. So when you come to this area, make sure you slow down because there's getting more and more pedestrian. So you don't want to bump into someone and get injured. So let me just turn in here and show you. So this is a fun gravel. It's not officially the Hobson Bay Trail. Hobson Bay Trail should be there. I just want to show you something. So now I'm reaching Gem Pier. So I have arrived in Gem Pier, one of the most historical landmarks in Williamstown, as well as in the whole Victoria, because Gem Pier is the first pier built in Victoria. So it was originally built in the year of 1839, originally known as the jetty. So today it was reconstructed a few times to maintain its condition, and it is also the home of that battleship, HMAS Castamine. HMAS Castamine was built in the era of World War II. So it was retired now and used as the life museum. And it was named after the city of Castamine in Victoria. So now I'm riding on Gem Pier, the historical pier in Victoria. So this is the HMAS Castamine. Morning. Alright, back to Hobson Bay Trail. So currently I'm in the suburb of Williamstown. Williamstown is one of the richest heritage town in Victoria. So Williamstown was originally known as Port Harwood by John Batman, the founder of Melboune. And then it was renamed into Williamstown after King William IV, named by Captain William Longstale. So at the front, there's the Time Tower. So which means if you see the Time Tower, we are entering the region of Port Gallipoli. So regarding Port Gallipoli, it's the richest heritage area in Victoria, because it was actually original site of the first European settlement, and John Batman actually found this place and tried to use this place as the new city of Colonia before they decided to move to Melbourne. So you can see this is the Hobson Bay coastline. So at this point we will be slightly away from the residential area. So this will be all the coastline. You can see cargo ship. So basically this trail is quite safe in terms of share path. So normally people use this path, they understand the rules of keeping on your left side, as in Australia driving is on the left, so people should walk in the left. So of course, as a cyclist, you always have to give way to pedestrian and ring the bell before you pass them. So this is the Williamstown cricket ground up next to the coast. So this cricket ground is the home of Williamstown Seagull Football Club, the Aussie Roots Football Club. The main reason I'm cycling on this trail instead of on the road like these people, because I'm not aiming for speed, I'm just aiming for relaxation, enjoy the scenery, and of course to treat my anxiety. I realize like speeding sometimes gives me more anxiety, it stresses me out when I don't perform in a result that I want. So talking in the middle of the trail is not good. Try to ring them. Thank you. So if you're a pedestrian, I know you have the right first, but try not to stand in the middle of the trail and talk, because it's going to be very dangerous. So now I'm in the area of Williamstown Beach on my left hand side. So Williamstown Beach is one of the famous beaches in Western Suburbs. So basically in Western Suburb of Melbourne, there's only 3 main beaches. This is Williamstown Beach, and then the other one is the Altona Beach, and another one is the Verbi South Coastside Beach. So these are the 3 beaches along Hobson Bay in Western Suburb of Melbourne Metropolitan. On the opposite side of Williamstown Beach, there's the St. John Ambulance Museum of Australia. So this is Williamstown Beach, one of a good place for seaside activities. So when you're riding along Williamstown Beach, just be aware there's actually 2 parts of the trail. You can only ride on this part and you can't ride on the inner part, because inner part is designed for pedestrian. So it's illegal to ride inside. Ring the bell. So currently I'm in Jawbone Marine Reserve. So this is 25 hectares of reserve. It was named due to the shape of the reserve, like Jawbone. So from this point you can actually ride slightly faster, because less people will be more focused. The side that I brought past in between Newport and Williamstown Beach, crossing. So look at this beautiful nature scenery. This is what I like. So the road at the front is the Kururik Road. So on my right hand side, this is Kururik Creek. So regarding Kururik Creek, it's around 55 kilometers long creek, floating all the way from Mount Kururik into Hobson Bay. So regarding the name Kururik Creek, it is an Aboriginal name, means creek on Western Plain. Crossing.
Meanwhile,
The guy that driving the tractors is a bit inconsiderate. I know they are doing some free works, but you should let the bicycle from behind cross first. Right, now getting ready to cross Korori Creek. So please take note, this part of the trail is always flooded during raining season. You can see how low is the road crossing the trail. So during rainy season, don't cross this road. At the front, we are now entering Altona Coastal Park. Now have a look on this sculpture at the front. This sculpture is called Requiem for a Champion. I will tell you a little bit history after I mention about Coastal Park. So this Altona Coastal Park was originally placed for Williamstown Racecourse in between 1864 and 1940. Eventually converted into army camp in 1940 during the World War II and being abandoned after the war. So regarding the sculpture just now, was actually designed by Yvonne George. She installed it in commemorate of the racecourse in the area. This road on my left is the former location of the stand of Williamstown Racecourse. So apparently this coastal park is currently being turned into a nature park. So the size of the park is 70 hectares. So regarding the suburb of Altona and Altona Meadow, which I'm going to reach soon, it was named by Frederick Tector, a German guy named after his birthplace, Altona in Germany, which is today a borough in Hamburg. So this is the Altona Dog Beach. So you can bring your dog and let them play on the beach. A leash. And now I'm leaving the suburb of Altona and entering the suburb of Seaholme. Regarding suburb of Seaholme, the name origin was later to be known. So the only record was it was used as a housing estate name, Seaholme, by Robert William Ware in the 1920s, before it was actually became suburb by itself. So we are about to cross the bridge at the front. The bridge was built to cross Cherry Creek. So Cherry Creek is one of the 3 creeks in Altona, including Leverton Creek and Korori Creek, which are just parts. So Cherry Creek was named after Cherry family. More significantly, William Cherry came from Ireland during 19th centuries, which owned massive land, 1,011 hectares of land in between Brooklyn and Altona. Look at this. Such a beautiful scenery. Why can't you enjoy yourself here? So start from this point, you are required to slow down because there's more people here, because we are actually nearby Altona Beach. Crossing, so on my right hand side is Mueller's Road. Once you cross Mueller's Road, you are leaving the suburb of Seaholme, and now we are re-entering the suburb of Altona. So now we arrive in Altona Beach. Altona Beach is one of the significant getaway place during the early European settlement. Approaching historical heritage listed pier built in the year of 1888. For now, we are in Altona Beach. This is a good place for break if you need it, because there's public toilets, cafes for coffees, even breakfast, or have a chill. So if you want to come here in the early morning before sunrise, good place to view the sunrise. I actually make a video to come here in the early morning, enjoy the sunrise. So on my right hand side is the Pier Street to go into cafe area. This is the entrance of the Altona Pier. So apparently in Altona you can actually find old coal mine. Used to be a coal mine area. Alright, on my left hand side, this is the mouth of Leverton Creek. So Leverton Creek is one of the 3 creeks in Altona. So Leverton Creek is roughly 14 kilometers, floating all the way from Bravenhall to Hobson Bay. So along with the suburb of Leverton, which the creek flows past, Leverton Creek was named after Leverton Pastoral Run, who was owned by Alfred Longham in the 19th centuries. So he named his pastoral run after the small village of Leverton in the North Shore of England. So like what I mentioned in earlier of this video, Hobson Bay Trail, the southwestern end actually ends in the intersection of Skeleton Creek in Altona Meadows. A few months ago there was a good news, say the government actually planning to extend the trail from the Skeleton Creek Trail, pass through Point Cold Coastal Park all the way to Verby South. So if they go ahead with this plan, it will be an awesome plan to ride all the way from Spotwood to Verby South. So on my right hand side, this is Truganina Explosive Park. So boom, explosive. Why call explosive? Because it was originally once used as the storage facilities for storing the black powder which produced in Deer Park before it was shipped out on Magazine Pier, which is just with the reserve. So this little known tram tracks is actually come from the old Truganina Explosive Park all the way to the pier. So this is actually used to transport the black powder from the storage into Magazine Pier to ship out by the boat. So let's continue on Hobson Bay Trail. Now turn left here, continue to Hobson Bay Trail, go straight, we'll be entering the Leverton Creek Trail. So now we are crossing the Leverton Creek. It's a beautiful place. So this is Leverton Creek. Go all the way there and then the water will flow left to the mouth of Leverton Creek and then entering Hobson Bay. So now we are entering the suburb of Altona Meadow. Turning right here, you can also go into the other side of Leverton Creek Trail by going straight here, continue on Hobson Bay Trail. So on my left hand side, this is another nature park known as Truganina Park. So Truganina Park originally once used as Altona landfill tip. So the tallest point in this park, the 100 steps, is recognized as the highest point in between the CBD of Melbourne and You Yangs. So regarding Truganina, the name Truganina Park, Truganina was named after Truganini, which is believed the last full-blood Aboriginal from Tasmania which visited this area. So the size of Truganina Park is around 70 hectares. Okay, we are now entering Cheetham Wetlands. So Cheetham Wetlands is 420 acres of natural and artificial lagoon. The area was once used as salt works, so they mix salt in this area. You can see today, the sky is blue, the grass is green. Good experience and enjoyment, environment and atmosphere. This is why Clam Travelog always write as a trail explorer instead of performance. Alright, we almost come to the end of the Hobson Bay Trail. So at my left hand side, although maybe this GoPro are unable to record something, but if you actually see some sort of lagoons, that's the location where they actually have the salt work. Okay, the last final little bit of Hobson Bay Trail. At the front is the Skeleton Creek Trail. So, which means Hobson Bay Trail will be ending here as the southwestern end. So now I'm going to turn right, turn into Skeleton Creek Trail. Alright, let me do a summary regarding this Hobson Bay Trail. So Hobson Bay Trail is a 22 kilometers trail along Hobson Bay, northeastern end at Spotwood. The actual location is Westgate Park, and the southwestern end is in the section of Skeleton Creek Trail and Hobson Bay Trail next to Skeleton Creek in Altona Meadow. So the trail is actually fully concrete, and the condition of the trail I will rate around 9 out of 10. So it's basically quite safe, and the trail is actually quite wide, not much climbing, so it's very suitable for beginner. Hobson Bay Trail actually rode past some significant historical area. If you really like history, so there's some landmarks that actually can stop by and have a look. Apart from historical landmarks, you can actually enjoy the scenery, especially when you ride past places like Altona Beach, Williamstown Beach. So the only thing you have to be aware, you have to be very careful of pedestrian, especially during good weather like today, and also during weekends. Along this trail, there's also a few train stations. For example, like Spotwood, Newport, Seaholme, Williamstown, Altona, Westona. So these are the few train stations. If you're interested, but you don't want to ride that long, catch a train, or you can drive and carry your bike, because there's a lot of public car park. I think that's it for the adventure for today. Before I go, I always remind you, please don't forget to click the like, subscribe my channel, and of course, if you think it's informative and worth to share it out, share it out. Show your friends, show on your social media. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Clem from Clem Craft Vlog, the Malaysian guy who likes to ride in Melbourne. I will see you on my next adventure. Bye.
By the way, for next week.
Okay, crossing Murray Creek again. Once we cross the street, we are entering the suburb of South Bank.